My story is something that happened to me after 9/11. Basically, after 9/11, I gave up most of the things that I really like to do, like reading and writing, but I didn't give up singing. My sessions with my voice coach, Earl Wentz, the cabaret shows that he produced from his American Composers series are the things that really kept me going. Earl also encouraged me to join the Manhattan Association of Cabaret and Clubs, which we call MAC. And during the holidays, they decided that all of the cabaret singers and anybody else we could gather up should go caroling at the firehouses to honor the first responders. And they called everybody that they could think of. They got lead people for all of the boroughs and different sections of the boroughs, but they couldn't get anybody to come down here for Ground Zero. They finally got to my number because there's a long list of us, and they called me, and I immediately said yes. I wasn't thinking I'd never come down here again, ever in life. But they were calling me to go sing, so I said yes. The guy finally called my voice coach and told Earl, one of your students is going to go and take the lead at Ground Zero. He went ballistic. He wanted to know what the heck did they call me for when I had been down there and I'd been in the building. And the poor guy called me back, and I had been in the building. I was on the 65th floor. I worked for the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey in the aviation department. The guy called me back. He was mortified. I'm so sorry I called you. I'll try to get somebody else. Earl's going to kill me. And I said, it's no problem. I'll still do it. So I went to work the following day, and I tried to recruit some coworkers to come go sing with me. But none of them were, I'm not going down there. You go down there. What are you, nuts? So I got one person from my job to say, yeah, I'll go. And that was Peggy Spinelli. Peggy loved to sing like I did, and she lived in the area, so it was, she'd be already down here. So on the day that we were going to go caroling, we met at our little designated spot by the Starbucks, and off we went, singing and laughing and having fun, just caroling and entertaining the guys at the firehouses. And we did not pay attention to where we were walking. We suddenly came upon a group of people standing, silent, staring, just staring off into the distance. We stopped to stare at them, and I slowly turned around to see what they were staring at. I saw this big bright light, this big gaping hole, and the World Trade Center buildings coming out of it. I turned and I asked her, I said, why are you people standing here like that? And she told me, this is the only place we can come to be near our loved ones or to visit our loved ones. We then asked them if they would mind if we sung for them and for those that were lost. Peggy joined my hand, and then everybody else joined hands, and we stood in a big circle. And we sang several Christmas songs and any kind of song we could think of. And we finally decided to move on to the other firehouses, and she hugged me and said, thank you. I had made them all feel better because we honored their loved ones and honored them by singing. So we went off, carrying our little jolly group to other firehouses on our list and some that were not on our list, and we thoroughly enjoyed what we were doing. Then we decided it was time to go home because it was after 10:30. We had been doing this since 6 o'clock. We headed back and stopped at the train station. And when we got at the train station, Peggy gave me a hug, I gave her a hug, and I turned to her to say good night. And while we were coming back along the way, still singing, we had gathered a big crowd of people who just joined in with us. I guess they figured, hey, they're singing, we'll just go along with it. So I said good night to everybody, and I started down the stairs. When I got in the middle of the stairway, I stopped and I thought about it. I had just gone somewhere that I had said I'd never go again. And I'd done it without fear. But I also realized that I was still here. All of my coworkers were still here. We had all gotten out of the building. And I realized then that my healing had just begun. Thank you.